Okay, so my husband and I have been working on training our German Shepherd, Great Pyrenees, and Shepnees to be good off leash while we ride the horse, but it has been a little bit hairy, so I recorded an episode this time. It was very loud and noisy, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do a voiceover talking about taking our Shepnees and our German Shepherd on a walk with our horse. This also has a surprise visitor in it, so go ahead and stay tuned so that you can see who our surprise visitor is. And let's get right into the session with the dogs. At first we were just planning on bringing Heart out with us because we have done it with her before and she's very good by herself. But then our German Shepherd Hunter was in the house being so distressed that she wasn't able to come. So we decided to change up our plan and let her come along. But as you can see, it leads to a lot of fighting with those two. So it's really hard to compromise and know that it might make them not listen as well. However, I did ask Hunter to come, and she came to me while I let Heart just stay. I just told Heart to cut it out, and they both listened pretty well, so we decided it would be a good idea to go ahead and take them on a walk. I am voicing over when I talk here because it came out with this weird buzzing noise. My mic has been weird about giving me inconsistent audio. Sometimes it's kind of buzzy. But that's a digression, so let's get into it. So I hopped into the mount and they were both chilling really good. Matt is gonna come along with us and he rides the one wheel. So we were kind of just trying to simulate if we were to go on a hike, what would it be like? Obviously, hopefully Matt would be on a horse, but for now the one wheel works good. And the girls were super excited to go. They've been over to where we're walking, so it's nothing new. But I went around the long way to get out with the dogs and not put the dogs in the street for their first attempt doing this. And in the beginning, they just kind of went hog wild and weren't listening to us super well. But everything's gated off, so we just kind of let them run to where we knew they wanted to go, which is the gate, so they can get to the paintball field because they know that's going to lead all the way to the destination. But then we decided to switch it up on them, and we went down straight towards the front of the road instead, which isn't a typical spot in the pasture that we walk. And we did that to just change it up and not let them think that they know where they're going. And that worked pretty well to get them to calm down. And Baby was having a blast just walking behind the dogs. That's the biggest thing we're trying to train the dogs to do, is stay in front of the horse, because it is a lot safer for them to be up there where I can see and I can stop Baby if I need to. And Baby's doing a good job too at receiving what I'm asking, which is be calm with the dogs, which she already knows to do, and she's a great girl. But then also kind of nudging the dogs and encouraging the dogs to be in front of her instead. And you'll see this here when I go back towards the gate that they like to go through. I asked Baby for a little trot because they were up ahead, and Hunter did wait back for me, which she's just like, where's Mom? And Baby gives her an ear like, you need to go. And she goes, oh, okay. And then she runs up, and I love that. That's the goal, is to get
girls, not all the way. Heart, Hunter. It's okay, we don't need to reprimand them. It's all right. She's like, now I'm definitely going. Good girl. It's okay. We're good. Everybody's good. We're all collected. Good girl, Baby. She's like, I'm just excited for grass. Stay away from my grass.
Get the dogs just running with us and having a good time so that I can get on Baby and say, hey, I'm gonna take the dogs for a walk and get Baby some exercise, and we can all go out, and I know that I can keep control of the dogs. That's the goal. So maybe I'll hit another one tonight. We're just hitting it slowly, getting them there one by one, day by day. But once we got to the paintball field, they really like to just take off and do their own thing. There's a bunch of squirrels that live in some of the features, and so they just have a little heyday with that, and Baby wanted to chase them down. So as soon as Matt took off on the one wheel, it was done. She's like, okay, we're gonna get the dogs. This is gonna be fun. And Matt gets a little anxious here for a second because he thinks that the dogs are gonna get run over by the horse. So I have to kind of tell him, no, we're collected, we're good. And then I broke her down into a trot to show that we had control and everybody's good. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Baby got pretty frisky. And I think it was her realizing that she was in a place where if she went up to the gate, she might get some treats from Grandma. So she quickly started trotting over towards my mom's house, and I didn't tell her no, so we were just going. And it's funny, my camera's been having this weird thing where when there's too much movement or shaking, it auto shuts off. So right here, she does flinch at something sporadically, but my camera stopped recording, so I don't get anything beyond just the quick freak out. But here's our special guest. We have my sister coming in from 3.5 hours away to visit. So I went to see if she wanted to get on the horse and get a little ride, and she did. So right now I'm just explaining to her that if you just take Baby from place to place, like over to the grass, you won't need any treats or reward. You can just kind of walk her over there and then walk her back. And so I was walking her part of the way just so that she could get the hang of it and make sure she was comfortable and the cinch was tight and we were catching up on life and whatnot. So that was really nice, but the ultimate goal was to see if she could get a little canter in by herself So you will see her walking around, doing her thing with Baby, and I was really proud at how well Baby was listening because she is pretty fresh with her cues. And obviously my sister doesn't ride all the time. She does know how to ride though, so I just gave her a little like, oh, give her the left, give her the right, and she's like, okay, I got this. So it was really nice to have Baby get a little bond with somebody else. They're also both cancers, so it was very cute little wholesome moment. I was loving it, but they got a little feisty here for a second. They got a nice little canter, and then Baby got a little too into it. I think Cass was having fun, so they got going kind of fast. So I told her to stay easy, bring her down. But we were both excited because it was a nice, easy, perfect canter, and she had a lot of fun. So that was great. And the dogs were pooped out because while we were doing that little riding sesh, I put them in with their relatives, so they were hanging out with the other dogs and having a hoot. And it's always nice, like I said in the last video, on the way back is always so much more chill than the first way there. So when we just started saying like, hey, do you want to go home? They started taking themselves home down towards the paintball field. So it was very easy. We just rallied the troops and we got a nice little trot on the way home, which felt really nice. I was having a ton of fun being with my animals and my husband. And the dogs were listening a lot better than they thought. They did a really good job of staying out from under her. You can see here I start trotting and Farty kind of comes up the rear. Heart is the one that struggles the most because whenever Baby trots, she just really likes to be behind her. She doesn't want to be in front of her. And so that's kind of a struggle to get her to do that. So I did stop for a second and allow Heart to get in front, and then I started trotting. But Baby does a really good job communicating to Heart that she wants her to go forward, and then she does so, and everybody's chill. So this dynamic is definitely what I'm hoping for, that we can get the dogs moving forward in the front. I think the hard part will be when Matt is also on a horse. It may be a little bit harder to get them to listen. So I definitely want to try taking them out by myself without Matt next time. So if you guys want to see that, give this a thumbs up. Let me know if you have any pointers for that, if you have dogs and horses also. But other than that, that's all I have for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and had some fun with the ride along. I wasn't very smooth. I got to use my GoPro next time, but I thought the audio was going to come out better, so I was planning on talking this whole time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. When in doubt, love it out, and we'll see you in the next one.